the Eagles against the Falcons. A lot of birds there. Jalen will also join us tomorrow on First Things First. Then Aaron Rodgers leading the Packers against Alvin Kamara and the Saints. It all kicks off 1 Eastern on Fox and the Fox Sports app. Check local listings for the game in your area. The music, the promo, the excitement. I am all in. But time now for But First. Nick, you're talking Clemson this morning.
I'm kind of talking Clemson, and I'm kind of talking my large, thick-necked adult son, Trevor Lawrence, because I don't know if you guys watched the Clemson Tigers attempt to defeat the Georgia Bulldogs. They scored 3 points. In Trevor Lawrence's career as a starter, not only win national title, 3 ACC titles, he averaged 45 points per game. And the fewest points Clemson ever scored in a game he started was 21. And so while I was watching, and I know they also lost Amari Rodgers and their best offensive lineman to the draft. I know all that. But while I watched Clemson on Saturday evening struggle and fail to score a single touchdown, you know what it made me think about? Even more optimistic about the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. Even higher on the Jags, maybe, just maybe, not only not finishing last in the AFC South, maybe finishing second in the AFC South. Because if that's what Clemson looks like without Trevor Lawrence, what is Jacksonville going to look like with Trevor Lawrence? So congrats to the Dogs for winning an old-school slobber knocker. But I think this is actually as much about the Jaguars as it is about the Clemson Tigers, Wilds. Great pick.
Irish pulled out a barn burner over Florida State. Coach Brian Kelly had some interesting comments after the game. Take a listen.
What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
Yeah, you know, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
What? All right, after the game, Kelly explained.
That's old school.
You said something in your post-game interview right after the game about executing the entire team. Can you elaborate on that?
Oh, it's an old John McKay quote. I was kidding. It was tongue-in-cheek. It wasn't funny. It's an old John McKay quote that he used after the game. So I was talking and you know, making a joke about it. Why, it was taken serious. Are you people crazy?
I'm sure.
Not everyone knows you like we do, Brian.
Oh, it's a John McKay quote that he used after a game. I was stealing one of his old quotes and being funny. I guess nobody likes to be funny anymore. So, yeah, if you want to, you know, take me to town on that, please do.
Oh, no. You know what, guys? That's on me. That's on me. I didn't think it was funny. It's an old joke. I was making a joke. After being lectured by the Notre Dame coach, I'm sorry, coach. And actually, after further review of you butchering a famous retort that wasn't a setup, a joke, it's on me, buddy. I appreciate the explanation.
Yeah,
and you're right to the report. Not everybody knows you like we do, Brian. We know you like to joke around in the post. I'm sorry. It was hilarious. After further review, it was absolutely hilarious, coach. We're sorry.
Butchered it.
Everyone on social media, it was hilarious. You should go on tour with that. Just get on the field. That's great.
It's unbelievable. The question is, what are your thoughts on execution? And the response is, I'm in favor of it. John McKay was never like, and by the way, line the players up on the wall, boys. Like you butchered the quote.
He explained it. He explained it. It's funny. He explained it. It's funny. I got lectured about it. Explained it. Thank you.
Time now for a new game we're calling Pick a Side. I'll explain it. We are talking the Kansas City Chiefs. Nick's Chiefs this morning. Their quest for a perfect season begins on Sunday when they host Baker and the Browns at divisional round rematch. Here's a look at KC's full 17-game schedule. Ooh. Take this in. A lot of AFC contenders early, so it got us thinking. Yes. Nick, what's more likely? The Chiefs go 20-0 or they don't win a playoff game? Pick a side.
Oh, Jenna, I'm very conflicted here. because I'm serving two masters. On one side, there is my undying, not only love and loyalty to my hometown, but love and loyalty to take integrity, and the Chiefs are obviously and clearly the best team in the league. On the other side, you have math. And I do love me some math. And the math says I should pick don't win a playoff game. Because right now the odds of the Chiefs going 17-0 are 34-1. So 20-0, the odds are like 60-1. And the odds of them losing their first playoff game will be like 3-1. So this should be an easy question. However, I must incorporate this. Is it possible the Chiefs lose their first playoff game? The answer is no. Is it possible they go undefeated? The answer is yes. How do I know it's not possible the Chiefs
them a lot, which is probably about half as much as you love them, okay? But let me weigh this question. They have a chance of doing something no one in the 100-year history of the NFL has done, or they have a chance of doing something that actually happens fairly often, an upset in the playoffs. So I am going with they are more likely to lose the first game. I'm not predicting it, but they are not going 20-0, Nick. They just aren't. All right, number one, you know that offensive line is completely revamped. And I think it's going to be good.
That sounds
good. But
good.
a few of the guys are pretty inexperienced. So there's that.
Rookies.
The defense last year was middle of the road. And it didn't improve. Yeah. It may have even gotten a tad bit worse. All right, and then, as Jenna mentioned, their schedule's daunting. 5 of their first 7 opponents made the playoffs last year. They play every AFC contender. Buffalo, Tennessee, Cleveland, Baltimore. I know they've owned Baltimore, but still, like Nick.
Just a list of teams
and how many upsets in the playoffs?
Last 4 years. I don't know.
Go back to 2017.
Yeah.
Go back to 2017. Jacksonville upsets Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Pittsburgh's 13-3.
Yeah.
Go back to 2011. Green Bay 15-1. Loses in the divisional round. It happened to the Patriots in 2010. They were 14-2. Nick, upsets happen. There is no doubt it is a better chance of losing in the first round or a divisional round.
All right, here's the I agree with Broussard. Here's the other thing, Nick. As someone who had an undefeated season with Randy Moss, Tom Brady, and Bill Belichick, I actually wanted to lose that last regular season game to the Giants because in my mind, if we lost that regular season
lose the last game to the Giants, unfortunately.
Not that game, the last regular season game.
That's twice that you stepped into that.
You know what I'm talking about. I wish we lost that game because I thought we would have won. So I don't even know if you want to go 20-0. I actually think if, John Gruden lapped it up around Arrowhead, it would give you a little more fire and propel you to a Super Bowl victory.
Well, I just want, I get that. I understand, is Mahomes starting last year? So they were this close. So, 20-0 on deck, America. And I love that long list of AFC playoff teams that the Chiefs have kicked their asses year after year after year. And I like it. Keep telling me about it.
8 o'clock in the morning. Can't say that.
5 in the morning on the West Coast.
Kelly. Not only that.
Labor Day, man.
Nick, I would say don't even look past week 1 with a reloaded Browns team. I've always been down on Baker and the Browns, and now I don't know. So we'll see. Let's get past week 1. We'll see if 20-0 is on the board. Back talking the NFC. Why do Nick and Broussard have making it to the playoffs in a conference full of contenders? Who do they have is actually a better question. Find out next. First things first.